Bug Out Moto!
Links to get most items mentioned in this video are located at psychocruiser.com. Click on the menu tab, My Van Stuff. Finally, I'm going to be able to do a review on my Bug Out Moto Van 2.0. As you guys know, I already did an initial review on this van when I completed it last year. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. This is the new improved version. I've put so many new mods on here, I decided to do a completely new review. As far as acquiring this van, I purchased it off of Craigslist, one owner, no accidents. It was on a 10-year lease, well taken care of. Van drives fantastic. So I decided that I wanted to build a van, a Stealth RV, that can carry a motorcycle inside and allow me to camp out inside with the motorcycle. It's important to me because I wanted to be able to go anywhere. I wanted to be able to pull in parking lots and blend in and not be seen as a vehicle that's being lived in. I can go anywhere. I can go to any drive-in fast food places because of the size. I can do pretty much anything I want to with this particular setup. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and show you the interior. Okay, I completely redid the lighting. As you guys know, if you saw the previous van video that I did, I have the natural LED lighting in here. I do have also the original lighting that I had in here. I still have it up. See here, it changes colors. But I'm only going to use that for backup. But this is my main source. Here, the LED, as you can see, there's lighting on the sides, on the walls here. I'll put this bed down in a moment so you can see the lighting on the ribs of the van. But when I first got this van, it was completely bare, empty, absolutely filthy. I cleaned it really good, scrubbed it, and then I insulated the walls. I used 1/4 inch thick pink foam insulation in the roof, on the sides here, and in the back doors. And then I put a layer of Reflectix over that. Then I put down the bed rug here. This is a flooring specifically made for this model van, the Chevy Express van. They do have them for the Ford Ocano line and trucks. So it varies by model. But what's great about this is that it has a rubber backing behind this like speaker box carpet here. Basically, this is speaker box carpet. Very durable material. It's resistant to gasoline, bleach, fuel, which makes it perfect for my motorcycle. If I get any oil spills or fuel spills, very easy to clean. Also, it insulates the floor here from sound and also from the weather. I like this material so much that I use it on the exterior of my cabinet here, so that way when I'm walking the motorcycle forward and back in the van, when I take it out and put it in the van, that if it runs up on the side here, I don't have to worry about it scratching the finish. And it's very durable, very easy to maintain. Just take a wet rag and clean it. Looks good, and it's very, very soft. The best thing about it is that it's knee friendly. So a lot of you guys ask me, how do you get around in your van? You can't stand up fully, right? Why don't you get a taller van so you can stand up? I tell you guys, you don't need it with this setup. With this bed rug here, I'm 6'1". I can actually walk around on my knees comfortably here, fully erect. I'm not hunched over at all. As you can see here, on my knees, very comfortable. And the main reason I really like the lower roof height is because it allows me to go anywhere. I can go in underground parking. I can go through drive-throughs. I don't have to worry about clearance issues. And it just looks like any old van. The taller vans kind of stand out more than these basic Chevy Express vans. So that's one of the main reasons I want to stick with the low roof height. Because it's such a small area anyhow. Even for tall, the tall roof vans, it's not like you're going to be walking around paces in the van much. It's such a small space. It's not like a big, huge RV where you can comfortably walk around like you're in your house. Here is the folding bed that I wanted to show you guys. As you can see, this is my Yamaha WR250R. As you can see here, it fits beautifully here in the van with this setup. And like I said, what makes it all possible is this fold-up bed, which I'm getting ready to show you in a moment. But before I get to that, I want to let you know that all the electronics in this van is powered by solar. I have 570 watts of monocrystalline power on the roof, and the solar panels actually cover up those two roof vents that you see. One brings in air and one exhausts air, so it keeps the air fresh in here. The air is probably fresher in here than it is in your house. Also, I have a carbon monoxide detector there that has never gone off, no problems. But when I do travel, I do have what's called a cycle sack, which I did a full review on. It completely encases this bike. It's a cover that completely encases the bike, zips in just like a sack, and it has, in the vents that are on the cover, I have covered with charcoal filters, and I'll tell you guys, I have absolutely no motorcycle smell at all. And of course, I have the vents, bringing fresh air in, taking air out of here, so it stays really, really clean smelling in here. I have no issues at all. I built this cabinet here. It has storage underneath, as you can see here. Also, what's new with this setup is I do have cabinet lighting here that's on a switch. I tell you, this is really beneficial, because I'll tell you, when I went on my trip last year and I dropped something in there, it was absolute pain in the ass to have to pull out a flashlight and dig in there and look. I tell you, it's so much more awesome being able to flip this light on. That way, if I have any plumbing issues, I can easily correct it without a flashlight and just the hassle. It's much less stress-free. But anyways, yeah, just to mention, I do have a sink here, and the gray water that would exit from this sink actually goes down through a tube there that you see that goes through the bottom of the floor of the van, so it exits out the bottom of the van. I only use biodegradable soaps. It's only soap and water basically when I wash my face. I don't pour any, there's nothing else that's going down there that's going to litter the streets or anything. But anyways, I also have I made this device here that has a magnet on the bottom that allows me to be able to, this has a magnet as well, to wash up at the sink. And here's a pump, water pump. Flip this switch and I have a 7-gallon container here that I hold water, that also has a 300-watt electric water heater element, that also have a flip switch here that's powered by solar, of course. It only takes a couple of hours, I'd say about 3 hours to warm it up really nice, the water, especially if it's on like a cold day. If it's on a warmer day, it can probably do it in like a couple of hours. But also, what's great with this setup is I can take this off and I can take a shower in back of the van here. And then when I'm through, and this goes on the door, close the door, bada boom, bada bang, and this goes back, and it keeps it looking nice and clean, and I don't have to worry about any dirt, debris, or mildew getting behind a faucet. And I can also use this space to put boxes on or whatever. In addition to this 7-gallon water container here, I do have a 5-gallon container of reverse osmosis drinking water with a hand pump, so that way I have clean, fresh water to drink that's separate from my water that I wash up with or do dishes with. Also, I have a 6-gallon water container here. This is from my backup water supply. And what I do with this, I actually have a siphon that I can go in public restrooms and siphon water from the faucet. So I can get free water anytime I want to. Also have a butane burner here that I cook my meals. And what's awesome with this setup, by the way, is with this bed here, in this position up here, I sit on the bed comfortably and I can cook my meals. And I can chop up my vegetables here. It's actually more comfortable than when I'm at home cooking, where I have to stand up at the counter. Here I can sit comfortably on this bed, which is very comfortable, by the way. This is a custom RV twin mattress that has memory foam that's built into the top of this, made by Brentwood. I don't even believe they don't even make this anymore, but I'll include a link if they do. But this is a firm mattress. It's really comfortable. I'll tell you, I love it. And it's the perfect size. It's just perfect with this setup. But anyways, yeah, I can cook here. I can actually wash up at the sink, which I tested last year when I went to Colorado. Worked out awesome. I can do a full body wash here, right here in the comfort of the van, here sitting on my bed, which is really awesome. Or I could take a shower, knock out like a minute shower behind the van, which I also have a pop-up tent, by the way. It's like a pop-up shower tent that pops up literally in like 10 seconds, and it's easy to put away as well. This is a new upgrade that I did from last year. This is a 50 quart refrigerator made by ARB. It has a Danfoss compressor, which is the best in the business. This refrigerator wasn't cheap, but I'll tell you guys, you want to go with the best. You know, it's very important that you have your nutrition. Here's my old refrigerator here, which actually fed me for about a week last year. And I currently have this as a freezer, so I'm gonna put all of my meats in here. It'll be nice and frozen, my fish and meats. And I'll put ice cream maybe in there too for some snacks. And then here I'll be able to put fresh salads and vegetables and you know, and everything else that I want to include in there to keep refrigerated. So this should provide me for a good at least 2 weeks of food here. Also here, wanted to mention I do have added this. This is a new mod, dual fan here. This can be moved around here, up and down, side to side. Definitely need that on hot days. Like I said, here is the vents. One brings in air, one exhausts air. And I tell you, it's really nice having these on while you sleep, because it kind of drowns out any noise that's going on outside, and it kind of lulls you to sleep. I sleep really well in this van. But like I said, the solar panel actually is covering up these two vents, so I can actually turn this on while it's raining outside, which I wasn't able to do last year. Here, this cabinet I built. I didn't show this in the last review that I did because I built it after the review. It's something that I felt that was needed when I went on my last trip. Very simple. It's cost me like 50 bucks at Lowe's and Materials. And I just added recently, I added a lighting system in here as well, make it easier. As you can see, it can fit a microwave here, which I will not be using on my trip. I'm going to take this out, and this is where all my canned stuff and bread and other stuff that I'm going to put in here. This is going to be my food part here, and here is going to be where I'm going to put my clothes. Here I added some shoebox, clear shoe boxes, storage boxes here, so that I can put all my little doodads. Here are my two solar systems. As you can see here, this is my one that's on 325 watts, and it's a 40 amp MPPT solar controller. This one is a 20 amp MPPT solar controller with, and what's powering that is 245 watts, and both of them are monocrystalline panels. Okay, and down here I added, this is something new that I added. I have two fuse boxes here, and these are one for each solar system. But also here I have a stereo here powering two 6.5 speakers and a 10-inch woofer that has a built-in sub in it. And this is also a new sub that I added, a Fosgate sub I think that's 300 watts, that's powering the 6.5-inch speakers. Also the 6.5-inch speakers that are in the doors up front, which I have switches here where I can use those two door speakers that go with the van anytime I want to. And here, by the way, here's the cans of butane, which last forever. I'll tell you, one can of butane lasted me a week cooking meals like twice a day on my butane burner. Okay, and this is, by the way, is a media player that I have that is connected to my 10-inch screen here. I have a 10-inch LCD screen here that's actually a backup camera, but I can also watch movies or play video games on this as well. And I just recently added this 6.5-inch in-dash unit here that plays DVDs. Also, you can plug in the USB and play movies off the USB port, or also a micro SD chip as well. Very inexpensive. I tell you, this is a really awesome head unit for such less than $100, guys. Like I said, I'll include links to everything. On the dash here, I added some lights here, LED lights. This chair does swivel around, and I have a table, fold-out table, where this will turn into, I can use this as like an office. This here I added is a voltage meter for the main power. That's for the 320 watts of power on the 255 amp hour deep cycle batteries, which are indoor safe, by the way. They don't emit any fumes in the air. This is a switch here that I have. I'll get into that in just a moment. That turns the recorder on for my surveillance cameras, which I'll get to in just a moment. But also I bolted in a GPS unit here, and this is hardwired to the solar, so that I can, and it's in such a convenient position. It's awesome. When I'm driving, it's just in the perfect position to be able to view it and give me directions as I'm going along, which is really awesome. Also, I have some other switches down here. One turns on the backup camera. As you can see here, here's the backup camera. As you can see, it's flickering because of the LED lights are on. It causes some interference, but when the LED lights are off, it's completely clear, but still fine. Also, I have a switch down here that I can actually, I have another camera that's on the roof that allows me to view the solar panels as I'm driving. So that gives me a view, let me know, if it's in windy conditions, if there's anything going on the roof, any problems, I'll be able to see it from this in-dash LCD screen. Before I lift the bed up, I want to show you underneath does accommodate a bifold ramp that I use to bring the motorcycle in and out. A really awesome ramp, I'll tell you guys. It provides grip even in wet weather. It's got great grip here. I'll include a link to that in the description and comment section of this video as well. Excellent ramp, highly recommended. You can walk up with your bike comfortably. It even has a sidewall here, so it helps prevent you from running the bike off the side of the ramp. But as you can see here, here's the new battery box and battery that I added. I added an additional 155 amp hour deep cycle battery here that's safe for indoor use, solar battery. Also has a power port there, specifically that goes with this battery. And like I said, there's two separate solar systems. And the reason I did that so that if one solar system fails, I have a backup. A 32-inch LED TV that uses very little power, by the way, only 40 watts of power. And I'm going to show you my surveillance cameras. I have one camera on each side all around the vehicle, 4 cameras, because with this setup, I have no windows in here, so I can't see what's going on, around the van. But now with this surveillance camera, which has, by the way, infrared lights on it, so it has night vision, so that I can see what's going on out there in pitch black. As you can see, it's pitch black out here right now, and you'll be able to see around the vehicle. I have a switch here to turn the cameras on. As you can see, there's a little bit of interference because of the LED light, but cutting the LED light off there, and there's a LED light on I have above the seat, is causing a little interference, but not a big deal. But as you can see, you can see all around the vehicle. It's pitch black outside, guys. And I'll show you the camera here. Here's the camera. You see the LED, the infrared lights there, the night vision lights. Worked out absolutely awesome, and they're very inexpensive. They're backup cameras. They're made for backup cameras. But this is really awesome to be able to see all around the vehicle, and it really comes in handy, guys, because last year when I went on my trip, I stayed in some rest stop areas, and I'd hear some noises that were going on out there, but I didn't want to open the door because it could be somebody waiting there ready to bust me in the head or something, So this, flip the switch, I see what's going on here. I mean, hey, what if I'm out in the wilderness and there's a bear, and knocking on the door or something, and I open the door, and get mauled, which is unlikely to happen. But with this surveillance camera system, I turn this on, bada boom, bada bang, I see what's going on. If it's a wild animal, I pull out my shotgun, open the door, and blast, and I'll have dinner that night. have some wild dinner. I'll also have a small digital antenna on the roof. It has a magnetic base because I can leave it permanently affixed on the roof while I'm driving. And here in Ohio, I'm able to access 45 channels with this setup. Yeah.
She's not my girlfriend.
Hey, that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. Christine. I could tell right off the bat. Awesome movie, man. I absolutely love this movie, Christine. Also, before I lift the bed up, I forgot to mention I did add a wall clock there that also has temperature on it as well. So I have the temperature gauge on the roof so that when I wake up, I look at the time, look at the temperature right off the bat. But I also forgot to mention I added a weather station here in the center. This weather station is absolutely awesome. You can add up to 8 remote sensors, and it actually lights, the screen lights up depending on the temperature outside. So you'll get blue when it's cold out, you'll get orange or red when it's really hot. It's really cool. But what I really, the main reason I got it was actually so that I can put the sensors, one in the refrigerator and one in the freezer. And as you can see here, there's the refrigerator one that's on at 40 degrees here. And the third one here is the freezer at 12 degrees. But when it hits below a certain point, it'll set an alarm off if it goes too high, which is really awesome. It also has a temperature here and the date, so I can use this as like a night light. It's really cool. I like it. Also added a soap dispenser and lotion dispenser here, which is really nice to have. I can wash up and shave with this soap. This is biodegradable soap. It's not going to pollute the earth because I have the runoff of my water, that's gray water should I say, is drained from here out the bottom of the van. But also have a mirror here so that I can shave with. Paper towel rack, self-explanatory. Now let's go ahead and lift the bed up. Okay, bed's lifted up here, and I have this latched here to the top, very secure. Like I said, I've driven over 3,000 miles across the country, and in over a year of driving, I had no issues. This stays nice and secure up here. Like I said, when it's lifted up here, I travel like this so that the TV doesn't swing out. It protects the TV. But anyways, underneath here I have folding legs, as you can see there. So this allows me to be able to pass the motorcycle through in the van. But I have stuff here on the bottom. I'm able to store my clothes there on those hooks. And also I have a laptop storage container here. Okay? I can put my my MacBook in here, MacBook Pro, and it keeps it nice and protected and out of the way, and helps save space. Also have my quick access tool rack here. Also have one here on the door, if you didn't notice. And here I have the 20, this is new by the way, this is the 20 amp MPPT solar controller. See how small it is and thin? It's awesome. And this is actually controlling this 155 amp hour battery. This is new that I added, which fits like an absolute glove here. And this is about all the batteries that I can put in here. I have 2 batteries there in that battery box. Those are two 155 amp hour deep cycle batteries, safe for indoor use. They do not exhaust toxic fumes. Also have the 40 amp MPPT solar controller here, which I did upgrade to. I had another 40 amp one that it's set up bigger though, and it didn't have all the options this one has. So I really like this one much better. And also, like I said, it's paired with these MT50 solar meters, one for each solar system. Like I said, these are 2 separate solar systems. This is a 2,000 watt pure sine wave inverter. I can use this to power the microwave, but the microwave uses so much power that I don't even use it. I don't even really use a microwave at home that much anyhow, just to reheat food. But here I have the 6.5 inch speakers, custom boxes. This is a 10-inch subwoofer here that has a built-in amp. See how low profile and thin it is? Awesome. The sound is absolutely fantastic. Let me turn on something here. so you can hear it. And I can turn the front speakers on. Also, I forgot to mention with the TV, which I mentioned earlier, the surveillance cameras, I do have a switch here. That middle switch there actually activates a recorder. A little mini activates a SD recorder, as you can see there, and I have the remote that I can move anytime I want to. And also I have a switch here that'll activate the recorder, so I can activate the recording switch to it'll record video all around the vehicle. I can flip that on the fly while I'm driving, so if I see some out there on the road that I wanted to record, I can do so. Or if I'm back here, I can flip the switch and it'll turn on the recorder. This is a 12-volt vacuum. This is, I tell you guys, if you're going to get an inexpensive 12-volt vacuum, this is the one to get. It actually sucks up really good. I actually just had cleaned the floor before I did this video. Plug it in, uses very little power, and it sucks pretty good. And it comes with attachments. Like I said, I'll include links to everything in the description and comment section of the video, or go to my website, cyclecruiser.com. Click on my van stuff on the menu tab. Also have here one of those fold-out camp chairs, which fold up nicely to a compact size. Also here I have a pot set here. It actually nests. It's a nesting pot set, and it's stainless steel. See, it has the tops. So this is a skillet here, and it has handle here that you put on the side. That can be interchangeable. Here is an air compressor that I have with a patch kit. So if I have any problems with the tire, I can patch a kit and plug in the 12-volt air compressor, which pumps up the air really fast, by the way. Also have custom-made screens here that go on via Velcro. I don't know if you can see there. This attaches via Velcro here. So I have one for the side door and one for the rear. And this allows me to have cross ventilation without any bugs coming in, which is something that I really wish I had last year when I took my trip. Okay, and then I have the portable toilet that comes out. I tell you, I've used this my whole time out on my trip last year. I just put in a garbage bag, and I put kitty litter in there. Take a crap in it. Then I put some more kitty litter in there, completely wipes out the smell, tie the bag up, and then I throw it in the garbage. Also have a folding table there that I mentioned earlier that I use in conjunction with my chair that turned around, or I use it with this this chair here that folds out, and I can set the table and chair here, right here in the middle. As you can see, I have nice space here. What's awesome about this setup is that I can still use this van as a cargo van. As you can see here, I can bring in big sheets of plywood. I can put boxes on top of here. So, and it just gives me still access to a lot of space here with this van. I'll tell you that the space optimization that I did with this van is absolutely phenomenal. This came out beyond my dreams, guys. If I knew it came out this well, I would have bought a brand new Chevy Express van and set this up. I actually wish I did. Even though this van is in great condition and no problems, I just wish I had bought a brand new van, because this is absolutely came out perfect. But anyways, there's the pop-up shower behind there. Also have a buddy heater here that works off of propane, the small propane canisters, and that heats the van up really nice. You put it on low and that sucker will last about a good 4 or 5 hours. Also have, in case of any fires, I have quick access here to this aerosol can fire retardant. I can spray it out right on the fly, or I also have a fire extinguisher right here on the side. And by the way, this is a dispenser that dispenses the hand sanitizer, by the way. I have also a flashlight here, really nice flashlight that actually also doubles as a work light, which is really cool, and it has a magnetic base. Comes in real handy, especially if you're working on your tire or whatnot. and really bright. Highly recommend this flashlight. It's also for good protection. You can bust somebody in the head with this. I almost forgot to mention, I do have awning that unfolds. It's right here along the back side, and it rolls out of the bag, and it has retractable legs, and I can actually turn the awning into a room. I did purchase the 3-wall set that doesn't have a floor, but they do offer where you can turn it into a complete tent with floor and everything if you want to. I opted for just the 3-wall set because it's less bulk, and also it allows me to have access to the ground where I can actually take a shower, because this shower head actually is long enough that I can swing it around here and take a shower within that room. And I have access to, of course, the water pump switch here to turn it on and off, which helps me save water. You know, I'll rinse off, lather up, cut the water off, you know, while I'm lathering up, and then when I get ready to rinse off, I'll flip the switch back on. Also, I forgot to mention here that I do have a low tire pressure sensor here that you flip that on, and there's wireless air caps on the tires, so that which correspond with this head unit, and it'll tell you exactly what your PSI is for each tire. And if you have a slow leak, it'll give you a warning tone, and also give you a warning tone, of course, if there's a blowout. And I'll tell you, this is really awesome. I do have this hardwired to solar. I also have a 12-volt heating blanket so that I can plug in anytime, keep nice and warm. Here's also the battery charger here on the side, so if I need to, for some reason I have any problems with solar, I can charge these batteries via, you know, any AC plug. Also want to let you know I do have blackout privacy curtains here. I have this, you know, on a bow here. Remove these strings and this will slide across, completely blocking out the rear of the van. Like I said, it completely blocks out all the light. It's absolutely awesome. Also, I do have custom made shades that I made that covers up the side windows and the front window. Here driving with the motorcycle strapped in, as you see, where the passenger seat would normally be, it's strapped down to the seat bolts. I don't know if you can see that down there. And I have 3 straps. I have one on the passenger peg bracket, one on the handlebar, and one on the fork on the other side. And actually, even with the cycle sack encasing this motorcycle, I can still clamp everything up. And the dash acts as a wheel stopper. As you can see, this motorcycle isn't going anywhere. It's strapped in nice and stable. And I'll be taking a trip here soon. That's why I've been working hard to get this van together. But I appreciate all you guys. Guys, if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, psychocruiser.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. All my videos are categorized into various playlists. Hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my All One Motorcycle channel, and also my Bug Out Moto Van channel that I have, by the way. I have another YouTube channel that has only my van stuff. It's going to have just really cool stuff on that channel in the future. I'm going to be doing different reviews on different bug out vehicles, and survival stuff, and prepper stuff, and all kinds of awesome stuff over there. So you might want to go subscribe to that YouTube channel. I appreciate all you guys, and so we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Until next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my All in One Motorcycle channel over at youtube.com/psychocruiser, and also like me at Facebook. Catch you guys later.